Dolores Laugerman, my grandmother. There's many things I've learned from my grandmother. She was a hard-working lady. She started when she was young. She worked on the farm alongside her brothers instead of in the house with her sisters. She started the dealership with my grandfather in 1949. She has been coming in here every day since then. She came in every day, 9 to 3. She gave all the employees, customers, anybody that stopped in, she always loved to sit and talk to people, tell them about travels, tell them about motorcycling, how much she loved it, how much my grandfather loved it. She was someone who was always very straightforward with you. You never had to worry what she was thinking. She came right out and said it, whether it wasn't always the nicest thing or not, but she never meant it in a mean way. A very caring person. Her big thing was, besides her faith, which was very strong for her, she also believed in giving back to the community and volunteering whenever she could, or helping someone who needed help. Even in these later years, she'd ride her scooter around North York and she'd talk to anybody and not be worried about who they were or what they were. She didn't care anything about you. She just talked to you like you're another person and didn't treat anyone differently. Favorite memory of my grandmother? I have a lot of memories of my grandmother. The one is when I turned 16 and started riding a motorcycle in the street that she got to ride with me. I also remember Sundays my grandparents would come pick up my sister and I, my two cousins, and take us for Sunday drives, and we never knew what the destination would be. One day we ended up tubing down a river. Other days we'd end up in parks with picnics that she brought along for us. Or it could just have been a ride with no destination at all. And she still loved Sunday drives up until the day she passed away. My dad and uncle every other Sunday took turns picking her up and taking her for drives. Right now we're sitting at Laugerman Harley-Davidson in Grandma's office. This was hers, and her big thing is her maps on the wall. And the reason she had those was she loved to travel. She and my grandfather and sisters used to go across the United States every other year and take a different route so they could see all of the United States. And then also if a customer would come in and say where they're from and she didn't know where it was, she had her maps to come in and find out where the person was from. Any type of travel she enjoyed. In the United States, she also traveled abroad into Europe. She and my grandfather, the last trips they made was to Egypt and Israel before he passed away. And she had made trips ever since then, too, on her own with friends and stuff. So she was one person who didn't like to sit still. She always liked to be on the go.